Picture this. You're standing at the kitchen counter, pouring your morning coffee, when suddenly your right calf tightens like a vise. You grab the edge of the counter for balance, wincing. Just yesterday, you were walking fine. Today, it's like your legs have aged a decade overnight. If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. For seniors, leg cramps, muscle weakness, and instability often show up before any other major health warning. In fact, studies show that more than 60% of adults over 60 experience some form of leg discomfort, whether it's sudden night cramps, shaky knees, or just that heavy legs feeling that makes stairs feel like a mountain. But here's the surprising part. This isn't just aging, it's a message from your body. And it's often about nutrient depletion. Hi, I'm Dr. Jarek, and if you've ever wondered, why are my legs the first thing to go, you're about to find out. And more importantly, you'll discover what you can do about it. This video is specifically designed for seniors who want to stay active, balanced, and healthy regardless of age. And yes, you can strengthen your legs naturally without harsh medications, intense workouts, or giving up the things you love. So what's the real issue? As we get older, our body loses its ability to absorb and store key vitamins and minerals that directly support muscle contractions, nerve signals, and structural strength. That means even if you're eating a pretty good diet, your legs might still be starving for nutrients at the cellular level. And most doctors don't talk about this because they're too focused on managing symptoms instead of fixing the cause. That's why today, I'm sharing 7 science-backed vitamins and minerals that work quietly behind the scenes to rebuild, refuel, and restore the strength in your lower body. These are nutrients your body once handled easily, but now needs you to be a little more intentional about. And I'll tell you right now, one of them is so simple. It's probably already in your kitchen, but you're not using it the right way. By the end of this video, that you'll have a clear roadmap which nutrients to focus on, where to get them naturally, and how to time them for maximum benefit. You'll also hear real stories from real seniors who turned their leg weakness around not in years, but in just a few weeks with smart, targeted nutrition. So if you've been feeling unsteady, tired, or just not like yourself, stay with me. Because the secret to stronger legs after 60 isn't found in another prescription. It's found in what your body has quietly been missing all along. Let's start with the 3 most important minerals and the shocking statistic behind the one that nearly 70% of seniors don't get enough of. Let's start with a question. Why do so many seniors stretch, massage, and even walk daily but still get leg cramps at night? The answer lies in 3 simple words: magnesium, zinc, calcium. Together, they form the foundation of muscle strength, nerve control, and tissue recovery. But as we age, our levels of all 3 quietly drop, especially magnesium. In fact, the National Institute on Aging found that up to 65% of seniors are deficient in magnesium. And that's no small thing. Magnesium plays a crucial role in calming overactive nerves and keeping muscles relaxed between contractions. Without it, even simple movements can feel stiff, shaky, or downright painful. Let me introduce you to Margaret. Margaret is 70, lives in Arizona, and used to enjoy evening walks with her neighbor. But last year, something changed. It started with calf cramps, she told me. Then one morning, I could barely stand without feeling like my knees would buckle. She tried stretching. She bought orthopedic shoes, but nothing worked until her daughter suggested checking her magnesium levels. Turns out, Margaret's body wasn't absorbing enough magnesium or calcium. After adding a magnesium citrate supplement, switching from white bread to whole grains, and sprinkling pumpkin seeds into her oatmeal, things began to change. But there was something else missing too. Zinc. Now, zinc doesn't get as much attention, but it's essential for muscle tissue repair and reducing chronic inflammation, especially after mild exertion. Without enough zinc, your muscles may not heal properly after even a short walk. And inflammation. It can linger in your legs like an invisible weight. Think of it this way. Number 1, magnesium calms the muscle. Number 2, zinc heals the muscle. Number 3, calcium makes the muscle work. Calcium, of course, is best known for bone strength, but it also helps transmit signals between nerves and muscles. If calcium levels are too low, the signal gets dropped. And when that happens, your muscle may twitch, spasm, or refuse to contract at all. So, how can you apply this today? Start simple magnesium rich foods, leafy greens, almonds, pumpkin seeds, dark chocolate. Yes, really. Zinc sources oysters, beef, lentils, chickpeas, cashews. Calcium, not just dairy, try fortified almond milk. Sardines with bones, and tofu. And for many seniors, a gentle multivitamin or targeted mineral combo may help, especially if digestion or medications interfere with nutrient absorption. If you've been stretching but still waking up in pain, this might be the missing link. Just like Margaret, you may not need more movement, you need more mineral support. In our next section, we'll explore how potassium and vitamin D work behind the scenes, balancing your nerves and helping your muscles actually use the calcium you're giving them. It's not about piling on pills. It's about unlocking the system your body already has and feeding it what it's quietly craving. Have you ever had that weird, tingling electric feeling in your legs at night? Or that sudden jolt that makes your muscle jump for no reason? That's not just in your head, it's in your nervous system. And two key nutrients, potassium and vitamin D, are at the heart of keeping those electrical signals balanced and your muscles functioning properly. Let's start with potassium. Potassium is an electrolyte, which means it helps your body carry out electrical messages, especially from your brain to your muscles. Every time you lift your foot, bend your knee, or shift your weight to avoid falling, potassium is helping your nerves and muscles stay in sync. But here's the problem. Many seniors, especially those taking blood pressure medications or diuretics, lose potassium without realizing it. Even mild potassium deficiency can lead to leg fatigue, shakiness, and spasms, especially during nighttime. Now meet Robert. Robert is 68. A retired high school coach, he used to take evening walks after dinner like clockwork. But over the last year, those walks got shorter. He told me, "My legs felt like jello. I thought I was just getting old." His doctor checked his potassium, and sure enough, he was well below optimal. After incorporating more potassium-rich foods like bananas, avocados, white beans, and sweet potatoes and adjusting his meds slightly, Robert started feeling steadier. Within weeks, he was back to his 30-minute walks without the shaking. But there's another key player that often gets ignored: vitamin D. Most people think vitamin D is just about bones. And while that's true, it helps you absorb calcium, it also has a huge impact on muscle strength and coordination. Low vitamin D levels have been linked to poor balance, increased fall risk, slower muscle recovery, and yes, greater leg weakness. Here's what happens without enough vitamin D. Your body struggles to pull calcium into the muscle fibers, meaning your muscles don't contract or relax as efficiently. You may feel heavy, sluggish, or even dizzy when standing too fast. For seniors, especially those who avoid the sun or live in cooler climates, vitamin D deficiency is common. One study showed that over 40% of adults over 60 in the U.S. have insufficient vitamin D levels. So what can you do? Try this: get 10-15 minutes of direct sunlight per day. If safe for your skin, add fatty fish like salmon, fortified dairy, or vitamin D3 supplements to your routine. If you're not sure about your levels, ask your doctor for a 25-OHD blood test. It's simple and covered by most insurance plans. Bottom line, potassium and vitamin D are like the conductor and the spotlight in your muscle orchestra, keeping the timing right and helping your body use the tools you've already given it. In our next section, we'll talk about two vitamins you may not expect: vitamin C and vitamin K2, and how they quietly protect your circulation, your joints, and even your knees. You've probably heard of vitamin C, but what if I told you that beyond fighting colds, it plays a hidden role in keeping your legs strong, your joints pain-free, and your circulation flowing? And what about vitamin K2, the forgotten vitamin that might be the single most important factor in preventing calcium from going to the wrong places like your arteries and joints? Let's start with vitamin C. Vitamin C is essential for producing collagen, the protein that gives structure to your blood vessels, muscles, and connective tissue. For seniors, this means stronger tendons, healthier capillaries, and less risk of bleeding or bruising in the lower legs. But here's the catch. As we age, Our ability to absorb and utilize vitamin C decreases, especially if we smoke, have diabetes, or take certain medications. That's where Helen's story comes in. Helen is 74 and she came to me complaining of sore, swollen knees, especially after walking her dog. She'd tried anti-inflammatories and even glucosamine, but nothing seemed to help. What we discovered was simple: she was low on vitamin C. Her diet was heavy on toast and tea, but light on fruits and vegetables. After adding oranges, kiwi, red bell peppers, and a gentle 500 milligram vitamin C supplement, her inflammation decreased and her dog walks doubled in length. But we're not done. Let's talk about vitamin K2, the silent guardian of your bones, joints, and blood vessels. Most people confuse K2 with vitamin K1, which helps with clotting. But K2 has a totally different mission. It directs calcium to your bones and away from your arteries, kidneys, and joints. Imagine this: you're taking calcium every day to support your bones, but without enough K2, that calcium might end up hardened in your arteries or settling in your knees, contributing to stiffness and even pain. For seniors, this is crucial. A lack of K2 has been linked to increased arterial calcification, joint stiffness, poor bone mineral density even if calcium intake is high, and yet, hardly any multivitamins include K2. That's why I call it the missing link in senior bone health. Where can you get it? One word: fermentation. Foods like natto, a Japanese fermented soybean dish, have the highest K2 levels. You can also find smaller amounts in hard cheeses, egg yolks, and liver, or take a supplement with MK7 form of K2, especially if you're already on calcium or D3. Here's your practical tip: pair vitamin D with K2. These two work hand in hand. D helps absorb calcium. K2 tells your body where to put it. In short, vitamin C builds the structure, and vitamin K2 manages the materials. Together, they're like a repair crew and a traffic cop, keeping your legs both strong and smart. Up next, we'll bring it all together. In the final section, I'll recap the 7 nutrients and show you how to turn knowledge into daily action without pills or overwhelm. So let's take a moment to reflect on what we've uncovered together. We started with a simple question: why do seniors lose leg strength first, and is it just aging? As it turns out, the answer is far more hopeful than you might think. We've talked about 7 essential nutrients, each playing a powerful, unique role in supporting your lower body. Magnesium relaxes your muscles and calms the cramps. Zinc repairs and rebuilds after every step you take. Calcium contracts the muscles and keeps your bones strong. Potassium balances nerve signals and reduces shakiness. Vitamin D improves absorption and balance. Vitamin C protects the vessels and cushions your joints. And vitamin K2 ensures calcium goes where it belongs and nowhere else. This isn't just trivia. These nutrients form a complete foundation for strength, stability, and confidence in your movement, especially after 60. And the best part: they're accessible, they're affordable, and they work. Maybe you saw yourself in Margaret's nighttime cramps, or Robert's shaky walks, or Helen's sore knees. If so, take comfort in this. You're not stuck. You're not broken. You're not just getting old. You're nutrient depleted, and that's something we can fix. At Dr. Jarek, my mission is to help seniors thrive, not just survive. That means cutting through the noise, delivering science that makes sense, and helping you make smart choices that actually change how you feel in your legs, in your balance, in your daily life. So here's your next step. Choose one nutrient we discussed today. Just one. Add it to your plate, your routine, your supplement stack. Then come back. Try another. Step by step, you'll rebuild the strength you thought you lost forever. And if this video helped you even a little, hit subscribe and turn on notifications. I create content like this for seniors who want to stay mobile, independent, and healthy regardless of time. Your legs have carried you far. Let's make sure they carry you even farther with strength, with clarity, and with care. I'm Dr. Jarek, and as always, stay well, stay strong, and keep walking forward.